All right, guys, welcome back. We're in another episode of About the Drive. Sean hates this title. You know the one we did back a little bit ago with Will? What was that, about a month ago maybe? Well,
Yeah, it was March 21st or whatever.
yeah, and it's like April 30th, so it was about a month ago. That'll be the first video in this series. This is the first one officially titled About the Drive. So pretty much in this whole series, again, we're just going to go over, you know, what? Driving. No,
Cars.
Cars. Talking about people's stories and how they got into cars. So this is my friend here, Sean Cox. I've known him since like 5th grade. So, Sean.
Long wasted time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You're going to wish you didn't say that when these things go viral. And
Call me up when that happens.
okay, so pretty much there's just like 10, 15 minute long one take. So this is all one take, Sean. All right, nothing's getting cut except for maybe that first 30 seconds. That I don't know. We'll see. All right, Sean, tell us what you drive right now.
Currently, I drive a 1985 Nissan 300ZX Turbo. Z31 is the generation, for any of you who don't know.
Yeah. All right, and tell me your history with cars. What was the first thing that you were like, you know what, I might like cars?
For me, when I was a kid, I used to spend a lot of time going to demolition derbies. I had a lot of family members who worked on cars. They built cars, they built wreckers, and they just burned out fucking clutches and just ripped around and did a bunch of crazy stuff. And that really excited me. The thrill of doing that stuff really excited me. So driving was something I always really loved to do. I used to drive go-karts, golf carts. I used to drive my dad's Jeep. I used to drive electric scooters, motorized scooters, of course, riding bikes and stuff like that. Jumping drain ditches, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So driving was always something I really heavily loved to do. And then not until when I became more of an adult that I started getting into the mechanic nature of it and working on cars and doing fixes and mods or helping people for whatever they do.
Yeah, so you're pretty much the Daredevil of our group then, aren't you?
I'd say I have some experience taking my life into my own hands.
Oh God. Okay. All right, so what is your lineage of cars then? I guess, you know.
I've owned?
Yeah. I mean, we can start with the Escape.
Yeah, well, I didn't really own that. When my grandma died, I had a 2008 Ford Escape Limited that I drove that was hers. It was just a V6 automatic, but it wasn't really mine. That was about the car I had when I first got my license. First car I ever bought was a 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis from Ford, Expressway Ford up in Indiana. And that was a 4.6 V8, as they all are, automatic. And now I have the 85Z, as well as I had a 94 Mustang GT soft top that's mine by inheritance, but not mine by title.
All right, fair enough.
Currently. And, plus there was a small time where I was destroying a 2016 Dodge Dart.
Oh yeah, what was that for?
That was a rental.
That was a rental. What happened that you had that?
Richard, my grandpa, took the Escape to church one morning and got rear-ended, and so I had a rental car, which was the Dodge Dart.
And that was
did some crazy stuff.
Fastest car in the world, right there, right?
Oh yeah,
because it was a rental.
I let Clay.
Oh yes.
Do a handbrake drift in the parking lot.
Yeah, we did a few burnouts in that.
Yeah.
We were at that back alley on Barstown Road.
I was in that back alley, and roads kind of went together like that, and floored it in the first gear, and I don't know.
All right, we were
I
probably
ripped
at
out
like
something.
Yeah, we were probably at like 40 miles an hour when we hit that, and probably ripped out that under tray, but it was a rental.
It was and it was good.
Yes. So, what are your future plans then for the Z, or do you have any?
I had some, and now I'm feeling a little wishy-washy on where I'm going with that. The original plan was I was going to invest a lot of money into it and try to make it a road track monster, as Clay called it, putting it up to like 500 horsepower and et cetera, et cetera. But now it's got some setbacks. I recently hit a barrier wall, a Jersey barrier, one night when I hydroplaned, and that's been a mess to sort of straighten back out. And then the car's got rust on the body, and the undercarriage on the frame and stuff's got rust, and so it's kind of got some areas that needs to be hit before it's able to start building forward. You need to kind of get it up to a certain point and then start building up from that. So I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with that, if I'm going anywhere with that currently.
Well, I mean, you had that video. We had that video on my channel, a couple months ago. I guess it was in January, maybe. I don't remember.
I don't know which one are you talking about.
I don't know. Well, I'll link it. I'll link it in the video here, up in the little iCard or in titles thingamabobs. That was a few months ago. It was the intro to Sean's car. Kind of when he first got it, and then we were doing like shocks or something on it, weren't we?
Doing rear shocks.
Yeah, the rear shocks on that. That was the first thing we did to it. Yeah. So, do you have anything else to say though, Sean? Any words of wisdom for the people out there? My lovely 200 subscribers, which we just hit, by the way. 200 subscribers. Big milestone.
Don't hit Jersey barriers.
Yeah,
Drive slower in the rain.
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to that as well. I ran into that very similar Jersey barrier in a similar area when it was snowing.
He was a few feet forward of where I was on a different barrier.
A little, but pretty close. Pretty close.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Snow.
It's pretty close.
And that's why the E36 is a race car now.
Yeah, that's probably not the reason, but that is definitely a contributing factor.
Yeah.
As far as I go, any other plans I have outside the Z would be, as he knows, I've been recently thinking about buying a truck. Yeah. I've been recently thinking about building an engine to put in said truck.
Put in the truck.
But both of those things are expensive and time consuming, so we'll see where that takes us.
What kind of truck are you looking at then?
I was looking at all kinds of different trucks, from anywhere from just 80s, 90s Rangers to, as he doesn't like them, but the square body, like 86, 87, Sierra, or Silverado 1500s and stuff like that. Or I'd rather have a 2500 because I want a 3/4 ton truck. And
okay.
Instead of
any room for like a turbo diesel maybe? I know those are a lot more expensive.
I did see one that was turbo diesel, and I'm like, that screams problems right there.
Why?
Well, because I don't know anything really about diesels. It's like
that's how you learn.
And I always said that diesel would be something I moved into probably later on in life.
Okay.
And I don't need something that I can't do, and it just shits out on me. Excuse me.
Yeah, fair enough. And then what engine were you putting in this thing?
Well, everyone goes with the classic 350 Chevy small block, the V8s. They don't make them any other way. But then I was looking at any type of crate engine from the 351 Windsors, but if you get bare blocks, you get cheaper. If you get fully dressed blocks, they're really expensive.
Always just go to the junkyard.
I was looking at junkyard engines, as we already discussed, which you can get for like $100 for the bare block, up to $200 for fully assembled.
Short block and long block. So
I don't think they don't have differences in the short and longs for prices. I don't think. The last time I looked, I don't think they did.
Well,
it was just literally engine block.
Well, yeah, that's short block. Short block is just the block.
Yeah.
And long block is heads. Is
okay,
all the bells and whistles.
Not exactly what I was considering.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. No. But if you get into that, then you got to worry about, does it fit? Does it bolt up?
Run?
Well, if it doesn't run,
that's your concern.
Let's put it this way: if it doesn't run, I can sell it probably for what I bought it for. So it doesn't matter. Probably. But yeah, then you got to worry about, does it mount up to the transmission? If it doesn't, you got to get one.
I mean, you got to think that with any of
does that mount up to
anyway?
The rest of the drivetrain? Yeah, but how much fabrication work do you really need to do? And recently, as no one else knows, but me, I've been looking into tutorials and instruction on MIG welding and stuff like that, because I wanted to get a welder and figure out how to do that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, is that all we got then today?
That's about it. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're also in Sean's garage too, so this is why this place doesn't look familiar whatsoever. Really, we're in a different corner.
I don't know where I'm at currently. It doesn't look familiar.
Well, that's a problem if it's your garage and it doesn't look familiar. But Well, this has been Sean. He's gonna be more on our. I mean, he's always been on the channel. He's been kind of in the background or main character, and
Just about all of them.
you pretty much.
Not all of them, but just from the beginning.
I mean, you've held the camera. You've held all the roles.
I failed it. I failed at filming
Yeah.
twice or 3 times.
On which ones?
It was one of the very first videos we did when we were driving, and you were like, I was just looking around, and then when we were doing the roof rack, and we were looking around.
Oh, the roof rack one. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like one of the very first videos where you were just vlogging, but then I was sort of comic relief or whatever for the Jordan's headlight tutorial video.
Oh yeah, yep. So yeah. I mean, there's no doubt you're gonna see more shots. So now we have some background on them,
and always trying to chase those Subies down at Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God!
don't show yourself at Chick-fil-A Subies.
This man said he could outrun any Subaru in the Z31 outruns any Subaru apparently.
Any Subaru.
Does that still hold up? Have you tried?
It's not factually accurate, but I'm still gonna stand by it. So.
Okay, well maybe when you get 500 horsepower in it,
exactly.
if that's still even a plan. But
at this point, we're looking at 3.
Okay, 3. Which I mean, that's what about 100 horsepower upgrade.
Like 80 to 100.
Yeah, I mean that's
that's just intercooler. Like
boost controller,
and upping the boostage from there, and then fuel gauge ratio.
Yeah, like
air gauge ratio.
Gauge, I mean, I think it's pretty much all you really need at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to really do any type of like transmission swaps or anything from that because you're still within the limitations that it holds from the stock from the factory.
All right, good.
But when you get up to like 5, then you're pushing like I should probably get another transmission.
All right then. Well, thanks for joining me here today, Sean. I guess I'm joining you in your garage.
He's joining me. This is true.
Yes. But well, thank you, sir. I guess we'll see you in some other videos.
Yep.
Peace.